Sorry, 2015, not 2014. 2015, China going ranking up 83. And 2013 is hundreds. Okay, you can see hundreds. Right? Hundreds. Now it's going up to 83. Last year. Okay. And for reference, Japan is 15th. Number one, Denmark. Yeah, Denmark, New Zealand. Finland, something. Norway. It's, Europe. Okay?
So Scandinavia is really
clean.
Oh.
Very
Singapore?
clean.
Singapore's clean?
Singapore is very high ranking, right?
Yes, I see it on number 7.
Okay, Singapore is clean.
Yeah, Netherlands clean. Okay.
Netherlands should clean.
Where's the US?
US is better than Japan.
No, lower than
17.
17 is okay.
17. Okay.
Oh, Japan is clean, cleaner than the United States. Okay. So moving to next slide, the anti-corruption campaign, and they're going to try to use every kind of technique, how to use money. And this one is very good video, but I don't show you everything. But this one is the best video today. 25 minutes. I want to show you 25 minutes, but unfortunately I can't show you. But first 3 minutes. Mr. Johnson is a very good presenter for solve this area.
Hello and welcome to China Forum, the leading educational program for the latest trends and developments in Chinese politics, economics, and society. My name is Amanda Conklin, and I'll be your moderator for this program. Today we will be discussing President Xi Jinping's anti-corruption campaign. I'm happy to welcome our expert today, Mr. Chris Johnson. Mr. Johnson is a senior advisor and holds the Freeman Chair in China Studies at CSIS in Washington, D.C. He has spent 2 decades in positions in the U.S. intelligence and foreign affairs communities, analyzing trends and developments in Asia and China. In 2011, he was awarded the U.S. Department of State's Superior Honor Award for outstanding support to the Secretary and her senior staff. He received his BA from UC San Diego and his MA from the George Washington University. Thank you for being with us today, Chris.
My pleasure.
Let's get started.
Sure.
Even before President Xi came to power in the fall of 2012, he had a reputation for building cleaner government. He led an anti-graft campaign in Zhejiang province in 2004 and was later tapped to the party secretary position in Shanghai in 2007 after a huge scandal involving the local government there. As president, he has instituted a national anti-corruption campaign that is unprecedented in Chinese history and has rocked domestic politics. Why did President Xi start a national anti-corruption campaign? What are his goals?
I think he's got several motivations that are driving.
Okay, this is Chris Johnson, senior advisor and Freeman Chair, CSIS, Center for Strategic International Studies. He's often to speak out, interviews and conference, convention. Chris Johnson, okay? Just
in the current campaign, and like so many things that Xi Jinping does, they're all interrelated and they're all sort of working together at the same time. First and foremost, of course, is it helps him consolidate political power. I think most observers would agree that it's been somewhat surprising how quickly Xi Jinping has managed to accrete so much power to himself in such a short period of time. Most analysts, I think, had projected when he came into power that he would go through the typical cycle of consolidating power for the first few years before you move on to any kind of a policy agenda. Instead, he's moved very, very rapidly, and it's helped him gain control of the kind of key levers of power within the party, which include the People's Liberation Army, the military, the security services, and the party apparatus. So that's certainly a big piece of this. A second piece of it is Xi Jinping has legitimate concerns about the party's reputation with the public. And this is a whole different level of the campaign. So if the power consolidation piece is that kind of high politics, there's a sort of low-ranking politics to this as well, which is the petty corruption that the Chinese people see every day from local officials, whether it's, you know, they're driving through town with large motorcades, or the taxes, or these sort of payoffs, all the stuff that irritates the Chinese people very much. Xi Jinping feels this is very damaging to the reputation of the party. So that's a big piece of this. And I think the third piece is really he's trying to go through some fairly fundamental reforms, both on the economic side and on the political side inside the system. And there's substantial resistance to the proposals that he's been pitching. And he's using the anti-corruption campaign as a club to both warn and to sort of tame the resistance. And I'd say so far he's got kind of a mixed track record on that, but the message is definitely getting through to the mid and low-level cadres.
Have you seen?
And this is Johnson said he just, first of all, he did very heavy restructuring government reform from fundamentally. Second is also he has a reputation from government and also public people. And third one is he's touching very basic, you know, economically, politically, restructuring. So I think in the recent years he's the best person to doing sort of things, and corruption campaign is the most his emphasized area he's tried to developing. That is
question. Why did you say he's the best